bros, I've been sick all week with some type of hemorrhagic fever, just dumping blood out of my orifices, but don't worry, I took the juice of Safu and now I'm a mentat. It's gonna be fine, man. So we have some sweet new cards coming out in this new set. What are the Commander bangers? We're talking strictly new cards here, not reprints. Unless I want to veer into reprints, because it's my channel, dude. So what are some sweet Commander cards you should be slapping into your decks? Now these are going to be my picks. You can have your picks. That's what the comments are for. You can say, Nikki G, you idiot. You forgot about this card. And, you know, I'll look at it and that'll be fine. Now these are cards that in a couple months you can look back and say, oh, let me check out that card on TCG Player that Nikki G talked about in his stupid video. You know, let's get into it. I'm scouring the internet over here. But first, subscribe to the channel, brother. This is where it all goes down. We got the patrons. Many thanks to those guys. We have members below. I just love all you guys, man. I want this all to be free, and I want everybody to play Magic the Gathering. That's my goal here, brother. Now, first things first, I'm seeing Crater Hoofs under $14. Now, that is insane to me. Do people just not like the woolly plant mammoth aesthetic, or what? I remember when this card was $50. I don't know. This used to be way pricier. You know, $14 is pretty insane. I really like the woolly plant mammoth, the Plammoth, if you will. Anyways, there's an aside for you. Alright, first new card up here. Let's stay on green for a minute. That's what Kermit the Frog said to my ex-wife. The Canopy Gargantuan. 5 green, dragon. It's a 7/7. Has flying in Ward 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a number of +1/+1 counters on each other creature you control equal to that creature's toughness. Its very presence forces nature to adapt. It's a Darwinian dragon, brother, and that's better Commander, dude. Sweet card. Demands an answer. But that Ward 2 is a decent little protection, man. This is going to cost somebody. I'm not the hugest fan of way to turn cycle to get an effect. But, with that said, this is pretty powerful. No, here comes the Macho Man. Thundermane Dragon, yeah. 3 and a red. For a creature dragon, it's a 4/4 with flying. Yeah. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells with power 4 or greater from the top of your library. If you cast a creature spell this way, it gains haste until the end of the turn. Alright, thanks, Macho Man. That is insane for 4 mana. And it's just a springboard into bigger dudes in your big beefy dude's deck. That's why the Macho Man likes it so much. Beautiful mane of thunder, yeah. Alright, Macho Man, take it easy, dude. Will of the Jeskai, 3 and a red. For a sorcery, choose one. If you control a commander as you cast this, you may choose both instead. Each player may discard their hand, draw 5 cards. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. Flashback cost equal to its mana cost. I love me some wheels, but it's a May ability. You know, in decks where you need to discard and draw, it's pretty good. If you need your opponents to discard and draw, maybe not so good. Whatever wheels you have in your graveyard get flashback too, which is pretty awesome. Definitely a late game card, and I believe all the stuff you discard will have flashback. The way these cards work, you do one, then the other, right? If I'm wrong about this, you can definitely let me know. The resolve in the order that they're printed on the card. Anyways, I like it. Pretty neat card. Gold Lust Triad. 4 and a red for a big old creature dragon. It's a 4/3 with flying, has Myriad. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. I love me some Myriad creatures. There aren't many good ones. They have this great interaction with tons of interesting commanders and creatures entering the battlefield effects. And guess what? A flying Myriad dragon will get in there and make some treasures, and that's lust, dude. That's the goat sin of lust from the 7 deadly sins. That's Gother, brother. Man, we got a lot of dragons coming in this set. Check this guy out. Protector of the Wastes. It's a sweet blink target. When this creature enters or becomes monstrous, exile up to 2 artifacts and or enchantments controlled by different players. Has 4 and a white, monstrosity 3. Hey there, this is a blink target incoming. Angel of the Ruins I think is a little better, but this costs 1 less mana. Sweet removal on a stick for your dragon deck, and that's exile for your blink decks. Pretty awesome. Tevil's Judgment. 2 and a black for an enchantment. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Draw a card, create a treasure token, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. You know, I'm a reanimator fiend, and this is just pretty sweet value for your money here. We got another Will card. Will from Stranger Things is here with Will of the Azban. It's 3 and a black for a sorcery, choose one. If you control a commander, you may choose both instead. any number of target opponents each. Sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls and lose 3 life, and return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. The old 2 birds with 1 stone, brother. When I was a kid, we had basically no stones whatsoever. We were killing birds with sticks. We were killing them with the corpses of other birds, just smashing their cousin into the bird so you could kill it. I wish I had cards like this when I was a kid. I'm being facetious, but there are a lot of decks that want this effect. Sorry if my voice starts sounding weird. I got the Ebola, brother. Stormscale Scion is 4 red for a creature dragon. It's a 4/4 with flying. Other dragons you control get +1/+1, and this has Storm. Some Dragonstorms pass without a trace. Others can conquer the world. This guy is a Dragonstorm. Say, I am become meme. Tesla. The world's most expensive lord here. Lord of the Dragons. Then we have the Deceptive Frostkite out here. 2 blue mana. For a creature dragon, it's a 1/1, has flying. You may have this creature enter as a copy of a creature you control with power 4 or greater, except it's a dragon in addition to its other types and has flying. I just think this card is cool. I like clones. I like cheap clones. This is a 2 mana clone, probably because I started life as a clone. But then I killed the original. I took his identity. He was pretty cool, so I stole his magic cards, stole his credit cards, and then dumped him in a dumpster. Obviously, this is a very limited clone. You have to have a creature with power 4 or greater. Floral Evoker is out here evoking flowers, brother. 2 and a green for a creature snake druid. Has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. Has green, discard a creature card. Return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I love this, man. In mill decks with the Reanimator sub-theme, which are quite a few of your self-milled decks, or just Reanimator decks in general, this is a sweet discard outlet and ramp. It's a little specific, though, to those types of decks, but I dig it. Now, if you're out there watching those Discovery Channel documentaries where the bear humps the other bear, you're feeling the nature's rhythm, brother. And that's X green for a sorcery. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Has Harmonized for X and 4 green. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its Harmonized cost. It's kind of like Flashback, and you may tap a creature you control to reduce that cost by an amount of generic mana equal to its power, then exile the spell. So if you want to get a 7-cost creature, you tap a 7-cost creature, pay 4 green. This Harmonized cost is pretty nice, man. It's like Flashback and Convo combined. Directly to the battlefield, Tutors are very powerful. This is a nice spin on it. Now this is the stuff right here. Broodcaller Scourge. 5 green, creature dragon. It's a 5/7. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player, you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to that damage from your hand onto the battlefield. So say you deal 10 damage to somebody, you can put out a 7-drop. You know what I'm saying? Younger dragons bow to its will, not out of respect, but out of fear. Because he's got that big old gonzo schnoz, brother. It's got 4 wings. That scares a lot of people. Who cares, dude? More wings, more damage. This is an Ur-Dragon type effect. What are you doing? You're slapping in for 2 damage with a field full of dragons? No. It's going to be 10 damage, brother. Now, I know this is 6 mana, but we have the Dragonback Assault. 3 green, blue, and a red. Enchantment. When this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. A little mini board wipe there. Has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Read that again, dude. I mean, that's insane for your landfall decks, but it's a very specific landfall deck in Temur colors, I guess. I just think it's a cool card. And then we have the Will of the Temur, 5 and a blue for a sorcery. Choose one. If you control a commander as you cast a spell, you may choose both instead. Create a token that's a copy of target permanent. That's permanent, except it's a 4/4 creature, dragon creature with flying in addition to its other types, or target player draws cards equal to the greatest mana value among permanents you control, which is a copyable attribute. So if you copy some 7 mana enchantment or something, and it's a 4/4 dragon, you are going to draw those cards. 6 mana, it's a slapper if you have cost reduction effects, and it's a rare effect that creates a token of a permanent, but is also a creature. Get your Smothering Tithe dragon out there. Get your Soul Ring dragon out there. That's the spirit of the Temur, brother. Check this guy out, the Songcrafter Mage. Love the art on this thing. green, blue, and a red, creature, human, bard. It's a 3/2 as flash. When it enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize until end of turn. Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost. It's nothing like a Mongolian jamming the solo from Stairway to Heaven as he floats with the mysterious blue animals here. This guy's like a Snapcaster mage, but you get that Harmonize. Target some bigger spells. Just tap this guy if you want. 3 less mana for your big spells in the yard. Alright, last but not least here, the Mardu Siegebreaker. 1 red, white, and a black. Creature, human, warrior. It's a 4/4. Has death touch and haste. When this guy enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control until this creature leaves the battlefield. And then he swings in. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tap token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking that opponent. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice those tokens. Bro, this is an ETB machine. If your deck is packing creatures with enters the battlefield triggers, exile 1. Get 3 instances of that ETB. Genius. Plus he's got haste. He's riding a damn chocobo into battle, brother. We don't need Final Fantasy. We got Final Fantasy at home with these damn Mardu chocobos. And that's it for me, dudes. There are some slappers I happened to cross while perusing this set and the Commander product. That Harmonized mechanic I think is pretty nice. I like Flashback, especially in Commander. Games go long sometimes. People forget that you have those little aces up your sleeve in the graveyard. It's like built-in recursion. I dig it. It's like 2 cards in 1. Anyways, enjoy the day out there, brothers. Get up to some tomfoolery. Live a little, alright? Go to the local general store, prank call them. You know, go to Pizza Hut. Live life on the edge. Nikki G, Better Commander, signing off.